Hi guys, Jake Steve here, the long-haired freaky dude. And will we colonize the moon? Or perhaps a better question, why haven't we already colonized the moon? The last time a man even walked on the moon was 42 years ago, back in 1972. The simple answer is that it cost too much. After we proved that we could make it to the moon, there wasn't much incentive to return. Sure, there's loads of scientific data we could have collected from more moon missions, but would that have really paid off? Estimates suggest that sending a man to the moon in today's world would cost anywhere between $100 billion and $1 trillion, or 1/18 of the US's national debt. And the data simply isn't worth the expense, at least not until now. Now a sense of space and adventure has become rekindled in our hearts. We want to explore deeper into the reaches of the solar system, going further than any man has ever gone before. Now we want to send men to Mars by the year 2030. It would truly be an honor to watch such a feat happen within our lifetimes. Heck, perhaps one of us will be among the first men to trot upon our red neighbor. If people thought going to the moon was expensive, going to Mars is exponentially more. So naturally, engineers are trying to find ways to cut down the costs. And it turns out, colonizing our dear Luna just might be the solution. The moon has large pockets of ice along its pole. Ice is of course H2O, or water, which could be drunk. And when broken down, it turns into hydrogen, which can be burned for rocket fuel, and oxygen, which can be breathed. Establishing a permanent ice mining colony on the moon could both pay off the debts and provide a pit stop for future deep space travels. Or in other words, exploration beyond Earth's gravity. Rockets could thus leave Earth without much water, oxygen, or fuel, thus reducing the amount of blast-off fuel it needs to leave Earth. It could then fill up on the moon with whatever air, water, or fuel it needs, and then shoot off of the moon with relative ease since it has such a much smaller gravity. There are already private companies which are in the process of mining precious materials from asteroids. Using the technology of these private companies would also greatly reduce the cost. And not to mention, with the advances of 3D printing, anything from tools to spare parts to pressurized buildings could be made right there on the moon. One company has actually already designed a printer whose sole purpose is to print moon abodes. With all that in mind, NASA just recently released a report stating that it would now cost only $10 billion to send a man back to the moon, and thus establishing a permanent colony. A much more reasonable feat, and as they so teasingly noted, could actually be incorporated into their current Mars mission budget. So, while nothing is in stone yet, it seems like the answer to the question is a riveting yes. We will end up colonizing the moon. And at the moment, it seems like it might happen within the next 15 years, which is super duper exciting. You know, NASA, if you're looking for any young astronauts, I'm your man. But nevertheless, one can't help but be grimly reminded of the time machine. Anyways, my questions to you are, what concerns should we have in colonizing the moon? And what do you think will be the first fast food chain to set up shop on our newly colonized moon? Well, I'm the long-haired freaky dude, thanks for watching. If you liked the video, be sure to hit that awesome thumbs up button down below. And if you want to see more great videos such as pondering science, book reviews, or cooking tutorials, then might I suggest checking out my channel and hitting the subscribe button. I'm Jake Steve, thanks for watching, see y'all later.